the biggest over-under of the week. It feels like this could be an absolute barnstormer. KC at Minnesota, 53-point over-under. Tom, are you trying to get as many pieces of this matchup in your DFS lineups as possible this week?
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely going to be one of the most popular games to game stack this week. I think if you're talking about from a redraft dynasty league, then you can start virtually all the clear starters, Mahomes, Kelsey, Pacheco, easy starts, Cousins, Hawkinson, easy starts, Jefferson. Where it gets hazy, Alexander Mattison, he played on 64% of snaps last week. Cam Akers played on 34%. I don't think Ty Chandler got a single touch last week or played a snap. What is clear is that Cam Akers is probably going to be the backup until Alexander Mattison has more fumble issues. And I think you can just lean into that and you can keep playing Mattison in games which feel like they're going to be okay matchups for him. And this one is fine. Pacheco, I really like this week. Rashee Rice has definitely been coming on and seeing more playing time. I think that if I was to give you a stat to back up the Jordan Addison stuff, it would be this from Jacob Gibbs on Twitter. 58% of Jordan Addison's route participation rate is 58% when the Vikings are playing tied or with a lead. But when Minnesota are trailing, that jumps up to 80%. So if you're thinking that the Chiefs are going to be beating the Vikings convincingly this week, then that makes plenty of sense for it to be a Jordan Addison week. The Vikings, they lead the league with 19 passing plays, over 20 receiving yards. The Chiefs, they've been more explosive in the running game and the passing game because they're not getting anything out of their wide receivers. But the Vikings have allowed a league-high 197 points to opposing wide receivers so far this season. So you tell me, is that Marcus Valdes-Scantling week, or is there another player you think gets out wide and gets those points for the Chiefs?
I think it's Rashee Rice week. Look, I tried to talk it into existence last week, but I think the Jets matchup was always going to be tough. He's playing more snaps. He's getting more work. He's leading Kansas City wide receivers in targets, receptions. I think the talent is there. He was incredibly raw coming out as a prospect, and the fact that he's already eating into workload 4 weeks into the season is incredibly exciting for me. It's scary because I'm starting him in a lot of dynasty leagues because I've got a lot of players on bye this week, but I really think that it could be Rashee Rice week. Look, you can see on the screen Scott Barrett's yards per route run. Sky Moore has been abysmal. KJ Osborne has been abysmal. Let's throw those guys to the side. Let's give Rashee Rice, Jordan Addison, and let's really let the young guys cook.
I think it is definitely time to give up on the Sky Moore experiment.